Hello everybody, and welcome back for this week's recap. Before we get started, make sure you give me a thumbs up down below to encourage me to make more videos of this type. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you will find additional videos of this nature, toolbox safety topic videos, and leadership training videos. Well, let's get started. First, I'd like to talk about accountability and responsibility. Accountability is not simply taking blame when something goes wrong. Accountability is about delivering on a commitment. It's responsibility to an outcome, not just a set of tasks. It's taking initiative with thoughtful, strategic follow-through. Now, where does accountability and responsibility start and end as an individual working for a company? When we commit to perform a task, we first sell our services based on our opinion of ourselves, the picture we paint of ourselves in the client's mind, and how we commit to perform for the client. When we normally use keywords like safe, timely, and efficient for the delivery of promised goods and services or the performance of a task or a job. Well, we do a good job on the sales part and we win the contract. Is the salesperson or the estimator at that point relieved of his or her duty to the client to deliver the project as promised, as safe, timely, and efficient? Or does the responsibility remain to follow that task through to the end, where we shake hands with the client saying thank you very much for the opportunity and we look forward to doing the next project with you? It's important that we are the face the client sees when awarding the contract and that we remain the face the client sees throughout the process. When we make the commitment to perform the job, eventually we have to count on others. However, we have to maintain constant contact with our teammates as we hand off the job to be performed by them. Now, this may include doing some follow-ups, follow-throughs, helping support the team in the field by making arrangements with vendors, purveyors, etc., and making sure that the field staff understands the scope of work committed to. It is important to our team members in the field to have an open line of communication with management to ensure the client's satisfaction with performance. The question we need to ask: do your team members in the field feel like they can count on you for your support to complete their work? Do they have the resources needed, the proper tools and equipment, the right PPE of ample quality and quantity? Do they have an adequate time frame in which to complete the job or task? Do they have everything they need? And do you, as perhaps the individual who won the contract, ensure that they have the needed support so that in the end we can achieve the things that are most important? Satisfy the customer, create profit for the company, and make a paycheck for ourselves and our co-workers. Okay, on with the weekly recap. In the jobs I visited this past week, everything looked pretty good. However, there were a few items of note. Pre-demolition surveys. A pre-demolition survey is required prior to the commencement of demolition activities. The purpose of the demolition survey is to ensure the building is ready to be safely demolished. Are the utilities disconnected? Have we had an asbestos survey? Are there underground storage tanks? Are there nearby structures that could be at risk of premature or unplanned collapse? These are just some of the questions that the pre-demolition survey helps us answer. the pre-demolition survey should be available for review. Next, toolbox safety meetings. A weekly, dedicated, and documented toolbox safety meeting is required. The superintendent is to set aside a time each week for a toolbox safety topic meeting, and that meeting is to be documented. Eye protection. Now, eye protection falls in the category of personal protection equipment, or PPE. It is required that all employees are equipped and have the minimum PPE when they come onto the job site. Minimum PPE is hard hat, safety glasses, gloves, high-vis clothing, work boots, work pants, and shirt with sleeves. Next, I'd like to talk about proper ladder use. While working from ladders, we are required to face the ladder. For the sake of balance, the rule of thumb is to keep our belt buckles inside the rails of the step ladder. If you're using an extension ladder, it is to be secured at the top. Next, we need to talk about proper housekeeping. Work areas are to remain free of trip hazards. Trash has to be picked up and kept off the floor, and one other thing that's of importance. Asbestos bags cannot be used for general trash. Next, I'd like to talk about regulator gauges on compressed gas cylinders. Gauges are required to have their lenses on them to prevent the intrusion of dirt, oil, or other debris that could affect their accuracy. Now let's talk about electrical. Electrical doors on electrical panels are to remain closed at all times. Now we need to talk about retractable lanyards and lifelines. Now, similar to ladder inspection, retractable lanyards and lifelines must have legible labels on them so that it can be determined when they were manufactured and what their capacities and design limits are. Retractable lanyards and lifelines that do not have labels are to be removed from service. Overall, the jobs looked good. Let's continue to strive for improvement in every aspect of our daily lives. Train our teammates in effective safety skills. Coach as necessary, and retrain when weaknesses are recognized. Okay, that concludes this week's safety recap. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up down below to encourage me to make more videos of this nature. Also, subscribe to my channel where you will find additional videos of this nature along with toolbox safety topic videos and leadership training videos. And until we see each other again, take care of yourself because you're number one. Look out for your coworkers and ensure their safety, and I will see you in the field.